Welcome to the second part of Lesson 1, Lithosphere Endogenetic Processes, Class 9 Geography. As the introductory part, yesterday we learnt about, or in the previous episode, we learnt about the structure of the Earth. Now, in this episode, we will be learning about having a quick glance on what are rocks, how are they formed, what are their types, and what is a rock cycle. What are rocks? A rock is naturally occurring solid mixture of one or more minerals. Actually, rocks are made up of minerals. A rock may be made up of one mineral, two minerals, or even more than two minerals. Rocks are classified by how they are formed, their composition, and texture. Actually, texture means it may be soft, it may be hard, it may be rough, like that. Rocks change over time through the rock cycle. The crust is the storehouse of rocks. An aggregate of minerals on the Earth's crust is called a rock. It may be hard and compact like granite, or soft as clay, or as loose as sand. Do you know how is the study of rock called as? The study of rock is called as petrology. And based on formation, rocks are classified as igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. This is the picture of the ancient city of Petra, which is in Jordan. The entire city is an example of rock cut. It has beautiful rock cut caves, and the entire city is carved out of rocks beautifully. See, this is carved out of sandstones, the sedimentary rocks. And even in our country, India, we have a lot of examples for rock cut caves. There are many specimens of magnificent rock cut architecture in India, like Ajanta and Ellora caves in Maharashtra, Badami cave temples of Karnataka, Aihole temples of Karnataka. This is the Konark Sun temple of Odisha, and this is the Shore temple of Mahabalipuram. And apart from this, there are numerous rock cut caves in our country and in our state. Now let us see what is igneous rocks. The word igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, meaning fire. The interior of the earth contains very hot molten material called magma. When this magma reaches the earth's surface, it is referred as lava. Actually, this magma reaches the earth's surface when a volcano erupts. The lava on the surface cools down and gets solidified as rocks called as igneous rocks. Granite and basalt are examples of such igneous rocks. And igneous rocks are also called as primary rocks, mother rocks, and also as parent rocks, because all other rocks are directly or indirectly formed from igneous rocks. See, when the lava comes out, when the magma comes out to the surface, and when it cools down, it is called as extrusive igneous rocks. Sometimes the lava, it will not come out. It gets cooled down and solidifies beneath the surface of the earth. And such type of igneous rocks are called as intrusive igneous rocks. So the two types of igneous rocks are extrusive igneous rock and intrusive igneous rocks. How deep can you dig? Actually, this is located in Western Russia. The Kola borehole, it is the deepest hole on earth, and it goes deep in 7.5 miles, up to the 7.5 miles. It is deeper than the Mariana Trench, the deepest point on the earth. And it was made as a part of Soviet experiment, which was stopped because of intense heat. It is located in Western Russia. The Kola Super Deep Borehole holds the record for vertical deepest hole on the earth. It is also called as Chavio Well, and the depth of this well is 12,376 meters, and it broke the record and is supposed to be 15 times the height of Burj Khalifa. That means you can put 15 Burj Khalifa buildings one upon another into this hole. The exploration of the Earth's interior still continues. Next, sedimentary rocks. The sedimentary rocks are named after the Latin word sediment, meaning settle. Rivers, glaciers, and winds carry bits of rock and soil and deposit them in layers. After a few million years, these deposits harden into compact rocks and they are called as sedimentary rocks. The bodies of plants and animals that fall onto the deposit gets embedded in the layers and forms fossils. The study of fossils is called as paleontology. Sandstone, limestone, chalk, gypsum, coal, and conglomerate are examples of sedimentary rocks. So these are the steps involved in the formation of sedimentary rocks. The eroded sediments end up in water and they begin to settle down, and this is called as sedimentation. With time, more layers pile upon one another and presses down the lower layers, and this is called as compaction. More layers, that is strata, and further compaction forces out water of the layers. Salt crystals glue the layers together, which is called as cementation, and thus the rock mass formed becomes sedimentary rocks. And these sedimentary rocks are also called as stratified rocks because strata means layers. And these are the examples of the pictures of different sedimentary rocks in which the layers are clearly visible. And this sedimentary rock has fossils. The characteristics of sedimentary rocks are they have many layers, they are non-crystalline rocks, whereas the igneous rocks are crystalline. And sedimentary rocks are non-crystalline. And they contain fossils, they are soft, they are not hard like igneous, they are soft and get eroded very easily. And now let us see what are fossils. Fossils are the remains or marks of plants and animals that lived a very long time ago. They are usually found in rock and stone. And fossils are very important because they tell us a story about things that lived on the earth before us. We even come to know about dinosaurs and the mammoth of the Ice Age, everything only about this fossils. These are all the examples of different types of fossils found in sedimentary rocks. The next type of rock is metamorphic rock. The rocks that have changed due to intense temperature and pressure is called metamorphic rock. Meta means change and morphosis means form in Greek. Igneous, sedimentary, and other metamorphic rocks can change to become metamorphic rocks. That is, in course of time, the granite is an igneous rock. It may get transformed to gneisses, basalt may transform to schist, limestone to marble, and sandstone to quartzite. See here, the pressure from the surface of the rocks acts on the rocks, and the heat from the interior of the earth acts on the rock. And because of this intense pressure and heat, the igneous and sedimentary rocks are converted into metamorphic rocks. These are the examples of metamorphic rocks. The granite becomes gneisses, the sandstone becomes quartzite, the shale becomes slate. What is a rock cycle? The rock cycle is a continuous process through which igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks are transformed from one to another. See here, the igneous rocks are weathered and eroded, the sediments are formed. Sediments are pressed and cemented together to form sedimentary rocks. And these sedimentary rocks undergo tremendous heat and pressure and form metamorphic rocks. And these metamorphic rocks, again, when they are melted due to tremendous heat in the mantle, the melted rocks forms magma. They again, which cools down, it hardens to form igneous rocks. And this is called as the rock cycle. Hope you understand this lesson about rocks. If you feel this lesson is useful to you, please like this episode, and I welcome the suggestions from you. If you have any suggestions, you can give your suggestion in the comment section. If you really like it, you can share with your friends. To get notified with my further postings, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you.